Oh yeah, guys, I show you now my world records. Forgot about it. Alright. So yesterday at midnight ended the campaign CP-less of spring 2023. And you will now see, of course, already the full results of this campaign. But after the cup of the day, it was incredibly close because me, Ufdir, Lukasa, and Hobbit, we all were within how much was it, Lars?
20k, I think.
20,000 points. The top four separated by 20,000 points.
But then first and second was 200 points.
Yeah. So extremely close, and we had then only like 3 more hours to hunt. And Hobbit was stealing me 2 world records, so I lost 40,000 points there, and I knew I could get both of them back. And the one that I got back is, like I played that very long, map 17. Here I was having a 0.05, and Hobbit drove a 0.03, but I was more possible, I was sure. And then I hunted it, and Lars also spectated me over Discord stream, and yeah, it took a while. I drove a 0.038 at some point, and then it still took very long until finally the one run came together. And in that run, the special thing has been my bounce. That was so good as never before. My old PB that I was driving against had a good bounce, and it was quite annoying to play against it because I was often coming as first towards the bounce, but I lost my lead then by far. But now I gained everything there. So you see here now the comparison between Hobbit and myself, and you see that now in the world record I actually got one of my weaker starts. And I'm actually pretty far behind him already. Get the upper gear at least, but now this bounce. What the heck happened there? It was so good. And that's of course a time that is not really beatable. You need a very lucky run then. That was then finally the record that I got, and that gave me a bit of a lead. But of course I wanted to do more. Hobbit of course also lost points. Then next up I wanted to get the other map. On both of these tracks I was hunting or driving against Cheese Hamster before. He's here third, and he's also on map 13 third. Both maps have in common that you drive a lot on grass, on the stadium grass. And on this map I have beaten Cheese Hamster by 1 single thousand. However, knowing that there is far over a second still possible in theory if we combine his incredible end with my start. Hobbit now also has very good start. I wonder how the comparison with him looks like. Hobbit has beaten me by 4/10, but I knew there was way more possible. And here it didn't take too long for me to actually beat him. Let's wait for camera 1, just in case. I think I didn't get the best gear change there. Yeah, Hobbit had a very, very good start as well. But I knew that this is already improvable, and you see I'm already ahead of him. And then I got, for the first time, a really good ending. Probably not as good as Cheese Hamster's ending, because he had it like, I don't know where he gained the speed from. But that was a very good one. And this is now, I'm here in Europe, this is now 9/10 faster than Cheese Hamster, not just 1000. And that's of course now a really good run, and also hard to beat. So I got these 2 records yesterday, and I continued driving a little bit. For example, I was getting the second place on map 6, where I have been 25th or 27th or something like that beforehand. And that also gained me for like probably 18,000 points or something like that. Here we can compare with Lukasa and Plef, I would say. This map has several, also it's hard to finish, and for hunting it's even more difficult. It has a lot of difficult steps you have to go through. So you see that those two get this a bit better, but I have more speed. Here I opt for the right one. I opt for landing on my roof and then continuing like Plef does. Lukasa, however, made a full flip actually work. So the next flip, I now with editor training I found out how it works. The thing is, in my 2 attempts before, I got that so perfect, so clean. Now it was not that great. So I am behind of the other 2. And there comes now one more risky trick. And this is this flight. And almost I would have gotten first. Yeah, if I hit the finish, I would have overtaken Lukasa. But I get zooped to the middle. But I survive. And I'm still faster than Blef, who had kind of the same. He also landed in the middle and had to accelerate then into the finish. And that were, of course, also great points. To summarize how the campaign also went, like map 1, I didn't really try it, it's a bit luck. Map 2, very good run that I had, and Uftir beats it with a super risky approach and getting then the rest of my run, very good record from him. This is a start simulator, makes no fun to hunt. Map 25 is just the ice map, so no fun to hunt. Let's have a look at this world record that I got on map number 5. Let's also show the next 2. This has a overwall. Actually, they are both ahead of me. Huh. But then I get the best soup, it seems. Soupmeister. Yeah, nobody hunted that again. Surprised me a little bit. So map 6 I just showed. Map 7 would have been one of the tracks I could have tried to improve. Map 8 was very unfortunate. There is one barrel roll that you do on a lamp on a wall. I had one sick attempt there. It's long ago that I drove that. And sadly I didn't hit the apex on the last corner, which is like easily full speed, and then there were just 12,000 missing, so it would have been definitely possible to get a record here. But because of that flip, and it is so important, every little bit of speed matters here, I didn't want to do that again. Map 9, super hard map to finish. Lars finished it, but I think there was a sub thingy for that. Yeah, this long ago that I drove it would have been a map I could have tried again if it was needed. Then this Crest map has also several very difficult sections that you have to hit in a row if you really want to get the record. I'm not sure how Edge actually did that, but yeah, I take my run here. This is a luck map, and this is I just showed. This is a short backwards map, just from start to finish. Also then, yeah, hard to perfectionize. Here Hobbit has beaten me. That was a very sick run that I had, but he somehow beat me. This is a short reactor flight map. This I just showed. So this is now the story of yesterday. On map 18, checkpointless, it is the same map as if you would have checkpoints, because the checkpoints are just items, they're just gates. If you take them away, you don't have gaps, you still have the same map. And the thing is, I drove a .57, got second behind Vines, who had a high .4. And then Vines improved to a lower .4 and said, like pinged me in Discord, said like, wow, here Marius, look at that. No? So, and after that, like I then thought, okay, I don't need to hunt this further, because the world record on the campaign map, on the real campaign map, is a .0, and we are not that far away. And then Hobbit suddenly came and drove a .31 and steals Viness's record. And the .31 is top 5 in the real campaign. So that is the level of the times on this track here. And then actually Viness comes and beats Hobbit with a .28. And you think, wow, now he's safe. No, Hobbit came in the last hours and has beaten Viness back with a .20, which is like a top 3 time maybe, yeah, on the real campaign. He hunts it that hard for checkpointless. But then he didn't hunt the rest anymore. Like, he caught up, he took also my records, I took them back, yeah, and from Hobbit didn't came anything else in the end. So he is not in the prize money, he's only 4th, so hard to understand. This world record I will show. Yes, I will come, but I'm just showing something to the end. This here is one of the sickest world records that I did. So, map 19, you first drive over these people, and that's of course very luck based how quick you get that. And I was pretty decent, I had good exit speed. Now you have to clear this gap and keep a lot of speed. But the real luck, and I even go into the lead already here. Here I often lost runs because my car jumped out of the water. But this thing here, look what happened. I immediately landed in the reactor boost, and that's not normal. Usually you get slowed down very much on the edge, and then you accelerate from there very slow. And my car just made the 360 directly into the reactor. And suddenly after missing the world record by just a few hundreds, I then beat it by 1.2 seconds out of nowhere. Nobody knew, I did it in stream, nobody knew that this was even possible, this pace. So that was like super surprising when it happened. And here I come later too. On this map I got world record after 5 minutes. With a really bad run, it got beaten. I tried it again a little bit, and it's also a quest map where you drive like 30 seconds on quest to then just hit a wall and hope that you bump up. And then it didn't work suddenly for 20 minutes. And in the first 5 minutes I got it twice. So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to try further then. Second place is pretty good for such a map. It was pretty free, kinda, to get that. This is just a short reactor flight map. Map 24, absolutely difficult map with either you go onto the stadium roof or you do a reactor flight, a very difficult one, where Vanto has beaten AR closely. Yeah, and now 23, a map where I was super unlucky with finishing, and then I was with Lars in the call and he told me, yeah, Marius, you can do a safer line, try this. So I decided, okay, let's just finish, like for these like 3000 points, 2000 something points, because it was so close that it felt like, I mean, every point could matter if I don't get the world records in these last hours. But in the end I have beaten like 2 Hobbit world records and got... Oh, I wanted to of course spectate myself. So you saw where the world record was jumping to, he direct finished somehow, but you don't see much in Cam 3. And you have to play it in Cam 3. And yeah, in the end I got of course 2 first places and a second place, so I got really good points. But I also did things like finishing this map, and those extra points, well, I take them. Idea here is that you land on this platform right there. This is the last turn of the track, and I somehow land on the snow beside, and I somehow come onto the plastic, and I luckily get a bounce from the snow in the last moment, so that my car starts this bouncing on the plastic. And now I had to get this jump done or go over the snow, but the snow never worked for me, so I take this jump and it worked. And then I only had to finish. Super slow, but right ahead of Scrappy actually. That's kind of funny now that I see that, because of something else. So I was now done with everything, and there was still 45 minutes to go. It felt quite safe, and I wanted to now finally finish map 20, where I was super unlucky as well with just trying to finish it. And now it was like a start simulator, and it didn't work. I played it for 40 minutes, didn't work. 5 minutes before the deadline at 23:55, I actually finally got it. Said Lars, here, I am there. And then I failed directly the next part. Damn. But at 23:59, I finally got my second start attempt. And it was a shit one. Like usually when I got it, I landed directly perfectly smooth. It was one that I had to unturtle myself. Now I didn't die here. Just barely. Actually even directly got over this edge, so it was actually fast. And even the world record would be probably possible if you get everything very fast and good. So this was my problem, to get the rotation 360 and to not overshoot the reactor boost. And here I had even a run in stream where I was like 6 minutes long trying to land on that reactor boost. But here I get it already in my second try. Nice. And let's go! Up here. And... of course. That was the story of this map for me. And it was just midnight now, so the deadline was just reached and I was on my run. Then I fail here again, after finally getting on the reactor boost again. Like finally, I got it first try after failing, super surprisingly. And now I get it again, directly. Like what is happening? Yeah, now finally finish it, Marius, I think, myself. And then I fuck it up again. And I still try. But no chance. So I had to go again. Now I overshoot it. And this map had, by the way, 8 finishers before me. Super tight approach. It had exactly 8 finishers. And you see my position. I get it now. And then I actually beat Scrappy. So I'm not last on it. And now that's so funny then on this other map where I realized that I also beat Scrappy. By just a bit. With a bad time. But if I hit everything first try on this map, then I get world record here, pretty sure. Because Lucasa's end is not too great. But yeah, it is a really annoying start simulator. So I was happy that I finished it, but I finished it like 2 minutes late. Doesn't matter. I was first anyway in the campaign. At least I got the finish in the end. But yeah, has a little Geschmäckle. So, and now onto the red boosters. And finish line. And that's it. That's the story. How I have won Spring 2023 CP-less.